I just want to lay some emphasis on an additional point that you called our attention to in Article 18. This is something that I think we need to remind our fellow citizens of frequently. The right to religious freedom is not simply a right to private worship. It's more than merely a right to say a prayer around the dinner table, or to get on your knees before bedtime, or go to the church or synagogue or mosque or temple on the appropriate day of worship. It's much more than that. It's the right to give witness to one's faith, whatever one's faith is, in public as well as private, in community as well as individually. The Declaration couldn't be clearer about this, and the Declaration is absolutely right about that. And we need to remind people who claim that they support the Declaration on Human Rights of this when we hear them talking in such a way as to narrow religious freedom to the private sphere, reduce it to mere freedom of worship. Oh no, it's the freedom to act together in community as well as individually, publicly as well as privately, and the right to bring one's religiously inspired convictions about justice and human rights into the public square to vie for the allegiance of our fellow citizens on terms of equality with everybody else. This is what Martin Luther King did. He's our example. He's our modern exemplar of this. He brought his biblically inspired vision of justice and the common good to the public square to compete with those who held a different view, to try to persuade his fellow citizens that the right path was the path of racial harmony and racial justice.